junior in for fourth. Great finish for the 15-year-old. Jake Sylvia fifth, Reggie Helder sixth. Jake Sylvia seventh, Josh Parsons has a Seekonk, Brody Wakefield right at the top 10. Zach Martinez, Justin Leduc, Nick Chamber, Ayla Martin, Dylan Calabro at the top 15. Jeremy Bergano, Jimmy Sylvia, Ryan Wilkinson in the field. As we set a track side, ticket.
Next lap is Jacob Burns. Rolling around one more time with the checkered flag in his hand. He's one of the legends, he's one of the late models, he's one of the pro stocks this year. And as he gets ready to climb out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the driver of the East Coast Towing and Recovering car number 13. We'll give him a chance to get off his helmet. The helmet is off, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready to climb out of the car. Here he is, Jacob Rowdy Burns. Jacob, bided your time, waited for the openings. Well, once again, this thing was a rocket ship.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was just waiting. We had 25 laps that were battling for the win with lap 5, so I knew more cautions were going to come out. I was just waiting for my time. And, last 10 laps, this thing was just a rocket ship. It finally came in, the tires kicked in. So, huge thanks to the Eagle School of Racers setting it up. East Coast Towing, RF Motors, all the fans that came out to that Seekonk Speedway.
Now you ready for tomorrow night, another 110 laps?
I guess so.
Congratulations, welcome back to Victory Lane. Jacob Burns, our next Pit Stop Legends feature winner, our second place finisher. And it's been a while since we've talked to this gentleman. Mason Tessier. Mason, finally starting to get some good luck on your side.
Yeah, it's been tough. These kids are really good. It's a very tight field every week, and I enjoy coming out here every single time.
Now, we know how tough it is out there, but how gratifying is this? You led some laps tonight, finishing second. Looks like you're getting back on the verge of getting back into victory lane.
Yeah, definitely. We have found some speed, and I'm more than excited for these last couple of weeks to come. We'll be a threat.
It's about as excited I've seen you in a long time. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, first and foremost, Rich Helger, Kyle Casper, Richie Helger Racing, they do a tremendous job. Helger South Coast Power Equipment, we get G-Lobes Construction with Servpro, Harkin Construction, Goat City Pub, Main Street Barbershop, Precision Wildlife Services, Junior Seaside Tavern, and Herb Chambers Honda Seekonk.
Looks like you need a Gatorade.
I definitely do. More.
Great job, congratulations. Second place to Mason Tessier. And our third place finisher, Brenden Labelle. And Brenden, last week, you had to go home with a broken race car. Tonight, you got it right back where you needed it to be.
Yeah, I mean, last night's one of those nights you don't want to remember. It's in the past, pulled a pin out of the gauge and had some patience, but done some parts in the car. Spent a lot of week with Noah, my dad. Noah was big helping working on this thing. And I think we have it back where we want to be. And I think definitely we had the car, just couldn't get the luck we needed and have the track position, but definitely had a good night.
It's got to feel real good bouncing back like this.
Yeah, it feels real good. I can't thank all my sponsors enough. Sanchez Recycling, Greyhound Liquors, Anchorflies Rescue, Vincent's Plumbing and Heating, Flathead Graphics, Sean Buffington at TS Motorsports, my cousin Amber coming out, my whole family, Jeffrey, and just Seekonk put on the show and the fans.
Great run. Third place to Brenden Labelle. How about a round of applause for our podium finishers, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing third is Brenden Labelle. Second, Mason Tessier, attacking victory lane, Jacob Rowdy Burns. That's all we've got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and celebrating a beautiful Friday night with us. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. starts. We've got the Shriners in town. Our annual trike race and 80 laps on tap for the Pro Stocks in their celebration of 80 years of speed here at the Seekonk Speedway. On behalf of the staff and management here at the Seekonk Speedway, for the family of the late D'Anthony and Irene Vendetti, for Brady, I'm Kevin Tate. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Drive carefully and remember to support those who support the sport.